Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. Here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out Kapital, Sparks of Revolution, which is an economy management, sort of sandbox economic simulation game. Kind of where you have to control, I guess, and manage the relationship between different peoples. And it's kind of an interesting concept. It's kind of like a cross between Frostpunk and Anno, I guess, but with very, very strong sort of city building elements. We're going to jump into hard mode here, and it's worth sort of just reading this to really briefly summarize what the game is all about. It's a game about crisis and permanent conflict in human society. You'll run out of vital resources in the times you need them most. People will protest and riot despite your best efforts to help them. Not everyone will survive. You'll have to learn how to run a city with limited resources, to balance between people's needs and city development, to deal with angry crowds on the street. You are the one to shape the future of your people. Just remember, there is no way to make everyone happy. Right, so we're jumping into the campaign. I'm going to skip the intro. The synopsis basically is that we are playing in a post-war European world. I've got to imagine that it's probably after the First World War. Roughly, it's a very sort of generic post-war country. Because it's the campaign, there's actually like a whole bunch of text and dialogue. Unless sort of like otherwise stated, I'm just going to skip through it because it's not very conducive to the way that I play strategy games. There is a sandbox mode, but I actually really, really like the way that the campaign mode sort of like just takes you through a whole bunch of steps. It gives us an objective and it gives us an opportunity to explore the game in quite a structured manner. I just don't really care for all the text and the flavor nonsense. Anyway, let's chat about exactly what is going on. As ever, I've played through the game for a fair bit, and I'm going to try and impart the knowledge that I have learned on my journey to you. Anyway, we've got our objectives up in the top left-hand corner here. Day 1, time, work shift. This is kind of like I guess you have, time when people work, you have time when people, just chill out, you have time when people eat. We'll get to all that later. You got the time controls and whatnot. We've got a couple of resources up in the top right-hand corner here. We've got gold, we've got grain, we've got food, we've got alcohol, we've got wood, bricks, and steel. All of these need to be stored in a warehouse. So at the max, I think the moment is 700. So 700 we can store. We've got some population stats down in the bottom right-hand corner here. We've got 3 types of people. We've got nobles. We've got the bourgeoisie. Nobles work in administration buildings and security agencies. Bourgeoisie work in commercial buildings and pay taxes. And workers work at factories and public buildings. Okay. And we've got some happiness intel as well, which is pretty good. And we can also have a little look at the employment stats and the loyalty stats. But that will all come later on. There's a whole bunch of, I guess, destroyed buildings, which we are going to be exploiting and fixing, I guess, or deconstructing, because we've got a whole bunch of resources that are just ready to be collected, and we will get to doing that. Anyway, in the first instance, what we need to do is actually upgrade the palace, which is pretty easy to do. We'll actually just queue up a whole bunch of these to sort of be demolished, and then we'll stick it into 3 times speed. Now, something about this game that you may notice is that I will pretty much continuously be sort of jumping into 3 times speed, just because there are periods of time where nothing happens in the game that necessarily cannot be done at 3 times speed. It does make the sort of people wandering around look a little bit funky. But anyway, here's the thing. This game is quite deep. This game is very, very deep. And you're not really going to get to see that until we get about, I would say, probably 5 more minutes in. Yeah, we don't need to learn about all this stuff. That's fine. Anyway, one of the things about this game, which is very, very similar to Frostpunk, is that there is a whole sort of like legal system. And in fact, there's a second tab, which I had yet to see. So we've got some basic acts. We can run through them really, really quickly. Taxation unlocks the tax department, and it allows us to collect tax from city residents. It's pretty darn important, and we need to get that as part of our campaign objective. And then we are going to, of course, build a tax department building. Now, it's worth noting that we have a couple of tabs at the moment. There are more tabs unlockable. There are a lot of buildings, a large, large, large number of buildings. The other thing that is worth mentioning is that everything has to lead back to the city. So everything needs to be connected to a road. We'll go for the tax thingy here. Most buildings can be placed down at either side. So you can place them, front to back or back to front. The tax department, we are absolutely going to do. Each and every building has got a bunch of different stats. Durability, very, very important, because when people protest, they tend to destroy things. So, you know, we need to make sure that we stay on top of that. Buildings can function properly only where they are connected by road to Central Square. Indeed. Thank you very much. There's also corruption, which is a bit of an advanced sort of concept, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But basically, as corruption increases, efficiency decreases. As you can see, we were employing our bunch of people. You know, it's the top hat boys, so that's the nobles. That's cool. That's pretty darn great. And as we build some very specific buildings, we'll get to them very, very shortly. It will unlock different tabs down at the bottom for us. We have unlocked the resources tab, and as you can see, we can actually modulate the tax rate here. So we can adjust the tax rate to whatever we think it should be. Taxes in the last 24 hours, 41, but that, I mean, that doesn't really matter. Tax evasion is at 50%. Wow, depends on class loyalty and other factors. Okay, I mean, we can't get a representative sample right now, but anyway. Right, so the noble tax rate and the worker tax rate can be unlocked later. And also tax office efficiency, pretty important to make sure that we kick the corruption out of the tax office if indeed it does get corrupt. But anyway, we can worry about that a little bit later on. Right, so we need to build a sawmill now in order to start generating wood, because at the moment the only way that we can generate wood is by disassembling these pile of logs. So let's build out a little bit of extra roads. It only costs us cash in order to get road, which is quite nice. That ruined house is going to give us 600 coins, 100 wood, and 100 of unknown type resource. We have a lot of wood available to us right now, but that's okay because we are going to be building a whole bunch of stuff very, very shortly. Sawmills, let's start building the sawmills out here. Cool. I actually want to get more than one sawmill because I do think that it's going to be important to maintain a generally large amount of wood production over the course of, well, the entire game. And let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of people that are currently unemployed, and I believe it's workers that are going to be working in the factory. We're looking for about 10 of them, so that's only going to take up 2/5 of our workers, to be honest. Anyway, factories that produce resources consume gold during a work shift. Pretty easy to understand. We can suspend and pause things as we do. Right, thank you very much. Right, so the work time, as you can see, is between 8 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening. So it makes perfect sense that both of these buildings will be closed. Well, this one will be closed as soon as it is finished construction. Excellent. Okay, that's kind of like the basics of how this works. We've also got down at the bottom of the screen here. We've got some things that are wrong with where we're at in Potatoville. Everyone is homeless. So everyone, 50 workers, 25 bourgeoisie, 25 nobles as well. There's a disease chance there. I'm not over the moon about that, but that's fine. Anyway, so this is all one thing. This is where I live. This is... It says I work here. I mean, this is probably enough. There's probably enough space in this palace just to, you know, to house the entire town. But that's by the by. That doesn't matter. This is the train station over here, which is very, very important because we don't actually have the ability to grow any of our own food. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Right, what do we need in order to get the train station repaired? 900 coins and 300 wood. Well, I tell you what. Given that we've got a little bit of log piles around, we might as well disassemble a couple of those. Let's get that upgraded, and we'll go back into fast forward mode. Everyone is just chilling, sleeping on the ground, as you do. That is fine. Anyway, the railway is the main source of grain for your city. Trains consume wood for each trip. You can upgrade trains to increase their grain capacity. However, it will increase wood consumption as well. Thank you very much. Anyway, so what we can do... Thank you very much. People's needs, nutrition, health, and entertainment. These needs can be sustained by visiting public institutions. Dissatisfied needs are reduced residents' happiness. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, the good news is that we can turn the grain into food, and what we will need to do now is do exactly that. I believe as soon as the train arrives, it's going to teleport directly onto... It's going to teleport directly into the storage bin. Yeah, what was that? 175 grain by the looks of it. That's fine. I mean, we do have another tab down here, and you can actually see. Yep, we've got the corruption thingy there. We've got like a little maintenance interface here. We can improve the amount of cargo that the train can take, and that might be something that we end up doing. Or we can build a second line, but again, that's a wee bit away. We need to build a food factory, a peg house, and a bistro. Should we have a food quarter? I mean, if we've got an industrial quarter over there, we've got an administrative quarter over here. This looks foodie-ish. Sure. Let's build up. Let's build over here, so at least we could use some of this space. It's a bit foggy there, but that's fine. Right, what do we need to build? We need to build a food factory, a peg house, and a bistro. Now, this is where the different types of people start to matter. Oh, also, we've got some new workers, which means that we now have 114 people that don't have a suitable accommodation. That's fine. The day regimen is divided into working shift, free time, and rest time. Yes. And now we are in the work shift, and now we are going to start to see a whole bunch of people go over to the sawmill and make me some hella wood. That's what we're all about. That is what we're all about. Now, we can sign a brand new law, but I'm not going to because I know for a fact that I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to do a law signing as part of the tutorial anyway. Right, we've got a food factory. I mean, that needs to be at the industrial area, right? It needs to be in the industrial area, so all the workers are going to chill out over here. That's fine. Peg house. What the heck is a peg house? A peg house provides food for workers. Okay, that's fine then. Let's get that. Sure, squeeze that in over there. And then we also get a bistro, which provides food for nobles and the bourgeoisie. Beautiful. Okay, so we have enough resources to make all of this happen. That's great. I'm pretty happy with this. Good stuff. Don't really care what you've got to say. Again, there's a lot of text, and I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Oh, we do need to have a residential quarter, don't we? I guess that's going to be over here. Why don't we start cleaning up? What is this? 100 grain and some mystery resource. Right, well, we can start cleaning up, and we can start building some houses. I mean, you know that we're going to have to build houses anyway. Okay, skip that. Public buildings. Public institutions earn gold for each visitor they're served. They require gold, food, and alcohol to operate. Yeah, these are the goods that feed people. Or these are the houses and the establishments that provide the goods that feed people. It's just that simple. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, right, so we're going to start getting the houses built. I mean, technically, I don't necessarily need to start doing the houses right now, but we can get a head start on it. The problems panel, yep, we know about the problems panel. I talked about it already. It's down here. What do we got? We've got homeless, hungry, starving, sick/ill, sad/depressed. Yeah, I mean, this does not seem like a very nice place to live, but there you go. Also, we are, like, bang out of cash. We need to really do a bit better a job of generating cash. So maybe we could start selling some food to our populace. Doesn't look like many people are hungry/starving, but we have just started, so that's fine. Right, resource limit. Yep, we've hit our resource limit. I did already talk about that. There we go. Plonk that down. What do we need? Cash. Yeah, basically cash. That's okay. We'll get cash. I mean, the tax rate will increase as well as we get more and more residents, as we serve more and more food. We need to be very, very careful because the green number here is visitors and the brown number is the queue. We don't want to let that queue get too long. Right, you know what? I'm going to be quite brutal. We're going to have, you know, workers' houses on one side of the street, and we're going to have cottages for the nobles and the bourgeoisie on the other side. Anyway, now, the bistro did close probably a little bit early, so I imagine that we're probably going to have quite a lot of hungry people. That tells me that we either need an additional bistro, or we need to keep the bistros open for longer, and to be honest, that might very well be an option. However, we need to get an alcohol factory, and we will be able to get an alcohol factory right here. Build an ale house or cabaret. I mean, we can build both. There's no reason not to build both, right? Right. Stop. Demolish this first. Right, demolish this first, then we'll build the extra road, and then we'll build the ale house and the cabaret on this upward section here. Right. New residents are arriving in the city every day. Oh, don't I know it? Don't I know it? Okay, so that's the alehouse. We do need to get a cabaret as well. That costs, what, 450 gold? What's the operating... God, so much text. What's the operating time for these places? 1 o'clock until 11? I mean, I feel like that should be enough. I feel like that should be enough, but we'll see. Every so often, there are a couple of events that happen up in the top right-hand corner. I'd like to sell your surplus alcohol at a good price. Sure. Absolutely. That sounds fine. What do we got? We got a fire at the wood house. Right. Well, that's quite awkward, but that's fine. Okay, look at this. We got a new objective. Sign the Medicine Act and build a hospital. Well, we can immediately do that. Sign the Medicine Act and build a hospital. Thank you very much for telling me all about how great a job I'm doing. I know I'm doing a great job. It's hard not to do a great job when you're me. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, right. Still need to collect gold. Ooh, wow, we have not got enough gold. Hopefully, we're going to be able to sell some food to some people, and that's going to... It's going to allow us to make a little bit of money. Yeah, there we go. See, I think we're going to need to get more of these bistros and these peg houses. I mean, that seems pretty critical. The other option is, of course, we just jump back into... Nope, not that screen. This screen. And we just say, hey, you know, we're going to just increase the amount of money that we take from our people. I don't really think that I want to do that right now. I think I'm quite content just to sort of leave it there. Yeah, I think we're gonna sort of chill on that one. We still need to build a cabaret. Second shift. Yeah. This is another law that we can sign. We can get signed into law soon. But that's fine. What do we need to repair this house after it half bloomin' burnt down? A lot more money than I have. That's for sure. Okay, but we're not doing too badly. Let's get a cabaret as well. Let's just place it right next door. So both of these places, they use alcohol and cash, but they do give us cash back, and it allows the workers and the nobles and the bourgeoisie to get entertainment, which I think is really critical. Okay, we do have a couple of people that are starving. That's not great. Let's see if we can try and rectify that. We're gonna get another peg house, and we're gonna get another bistro, because we have plenty of food at the moment. We are fine for food. Let's also see if we can try and get that hospital built. What do we need? 900 cash and 300 wood. Well, we've got the wood, or we will have the wood tomorrow. We don't quite have the cash. 900 cash. We might be able to get it this evening if we destroy a couple of wood piles. There we go. Okay. But did we manage to feed people? Not really. Okay, gold delivery. We'll do that. Sure. That's going to give us some more, what was that? More alcohol, I think it was. And we might even still hit the hospital over the course of the evening. That would be really, really nice if we did. Not enough storage space for grain. You hate to see it. You really, really hate to see it. But we do have enough food. We do have enough food at the moment. But I would hasten to add... Let's get second shift. I would hasten to add, we're gonna have a problem at some point. Also, we can't put second shift on any of the peg houses slash bistros, but we can put them on the factories. And to be honest, I probably will. It'll probably be in a little while. It doesn't need to necessarily be right now, but it can be kind of soon. Okay, if we see that 900 gold, milestone, we can plop ourselves down a hospital. We might not hit it, though, because it tends to be that as the factories sort of start spinning up and people start to get employed and stuff, we just hit it. Ignore me. So it's the same at both sides. Cool. Good to note. Right. So, yeah, we are kind of out of money at the moment, but that's not a problem. As I say, we'll start generating money once we start selling food again. Yeah. Okay. I know we cannot provide houses for everyone. We cannot provide houses for everyone. Truly, it's a bit of a disaster. Right, so what have we learned? Well, we have a hospital, and that's great. That's really, really good. The real issue... Well, let's demolish some of these houses. That's gonna get me cash, right? There we go. Go do that. That's gonna allow us to run all of the factories. That's pretty important, all things considered. We'll repair this house when we can. There we go, and we will see if we can try and build some brand new houses as soon as we have the opportunity to do so. Are we able to sort of fix anyone's unhappiness today? If I was able to fix somebody's, I say unhappiness. Unhappiness through being hungry and starving. Oh, no, I don't want to see what you've got to say. Sign the Education Act. Okay, that's good. I'm happy to sign the Education Act. We will do that. So, second shift allows us to introduce an additional work shift. That's kind of nice. Taxation, we've already talked about. Medicine unlocks the hospital, which is good. And then we need to get education after that, which is going to unlock the academy and unlock the research tree. Very, very, very exciting, isn't it? What have we got going on up here? The train is broken. Well, that's annoying. We need 150 cash in order to repair it. Well, we will get there. We will get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time for us to do so. Also, the hospital is very, very expensive. 500 bucks spent today. Tax department, nothing spent today. Look at this. 176 bucks to the workers, 176 bucks to work, 186. Basically costs us nothing. Basically costs us nothing to operate the factories, but it costs us an absolute arm and a leg to operate the public institutions. Wait, hold on. What's this? What do we get? 100 wood? You know what? Sacrificing 100 wood, that's not the end of the world. Let's do that in order to get the cash. Let's do that in order to get the cash. I need to have a little bit of additional sort of like standing capital on hand so that we can just run all of our operations. Yeah. Is 2 bistros enough? I feel like it might be. I think we'll be fine. Graveyard and ritual service. Dead bodies on the streets increase the chance of disease. Yeah, we do kind of have a couple of unburied corpses that are just sort of lying around. They're actually very easy to spot as well. Yeah. Yeah, can I click on you? Yes, death by disease. Well, that's less than ideal. We should probably try and clean those corpses up. Yes. But let's also continue to build out our housing estate over here. Work shift has ended. Yes, I know we haven't increased the the time that workers will have to work, but that's okay. We're just using today as an opportunity, really, to try and catch up on all of the... Try and use it as an opportunity to try and catch up on all the feeding. Very, very important. Right, Education Act and the Ritual Service Act both need to be signed into law. What do I care about more? Probably the resting place. That, to me, seems pretty reasonable, I think. Are we... Yeah, we're basically sorted. Everyone has been seen to. We do have a couple of people that are sick. But if I click on the healthcare tab... oh, wow. Holy cow. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of people that are sick, but there's pretty much nothing that we can do about it. Let's pass the Ritual Service Act. I feel like... Yeah, that's probably the priority. And then building a funeral service as well is also pretty important. Doesn't really cost much either, which is quite nice. Sure. Let's get that over there. And did we need to build a graveyard as well? I think we did. Yeah, we need to build a graveyard in order to actually, you know, stick them somewhere. You know what? This actually works out really nicely as a graveyard. This area can house more graveyards. We can probably squeeze something else in there if we need to. That works out not too badly at all. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right. So, at the bottom of the screen, what have we got going on? Well, we basically solved hunger. That's good. That's good. There's no more time. There's no more. These things aren't open. When do these things close? 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 2 in the morning. That's some sort of evening. That's excellent. But it does make us money. Does make us money. Makes us a pretty decent chunk of change, actually. Very, very good. Anyone that's in the queue, we should really try and get them into the... We should try and get them into the cabaret if we can. Because they're not making money standing in the queue. They're not buying stuff. Right. Okay, 5 unburied corpses, but we're going to sort those out tomorrow. Not enough workers in the city. I don't believe that. Who would work here? Who would work here? This is Top Hats, right? Yeah, this is Top Hats. Presumably. And we have 9 unemployed Top Hats. It might just be tomorrow. It might just start working tomorrow. Oh, we were going to get the train repaired because we are starting to sort of flag a little bit on the grain front. That's fine. We can skip forward to morning. There's nothing super pressing to get done this evening. And in fact, I want to make sure that we're going into tomorrow with basically, you know, for once, a pretty large pile of cash. We do still need to build a few more houses. 17 new workers arriving. I mean, man, that's a huge amount. It's an absolutely huge amount. Okay. Public institutions for rich people. Yeah, okay, fine. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much. That is all good. So we could, for example, yeah, we could, for example, disallow nobles or disallow bourgeoisie from, you know, a certain area if we wanted to, if we were in a pinch, you know, if we were in a pinch, if we were in trouble. Anyway, the cabaret battle, we have to make a decision. Bourgeoisie loyalty will rise, noble loyalty will fall. So I would suspect that it's probably more important for us to maintain bourgeoisie loyalty. Yeah. Bourgeoisie loyalty will increase. Now, the reason that I say that that's important is because I want to try and drive down tax evasion. And given that it's only the bourgeoisie that actually pay tax, that works not too badly, you know? That works not too badly. So, we should have... There we go. Oh, hold on. It's workers. Ah, I see. It's workers that work at the funeral service. My bad. My misunderstanding. That makes sense, though, because we have absolutely no free workers. Although we should have some free workers. Yep. Coming in from the train every day. I urgently need food. I'll pay well. Reward of 600 logs. I actually think that I'm not particularly interested in doing that. We're maxed out on logs anyway, so... I mean, who really cares? Let's use this to splurge on 2 brand new houses. Demolish that. Demolish that wood pile. I know that it's going to be a little bit inefficient for us to do, but... There we go. I think that works out quite nicely. Okay, let's just hope that the... Let's hope that the food place opens before midday and we're able to at least generate a little bit of cash from the food place. Beautiful. Start selling. Excellent. I mean, cash really starts to take off when the cabaret opens because that is, you know, hugely popular. Really, really is. Okay. Good stuff. What are we trying to sign? We're trying to sign either the... Oh, yeah, there's a brand new ask, and that's the Police Act. And build a subsequent police department. Or sign the Education Act. Well, I think we should probably sign the Education Act, to be honest. But we can worry about that in a little bit. Right, who's homeless? Not many workers. There's a couple of nobles that are homeless. We need to address that. We will address that. We will address that. There's a lot of... I mean, there's a lot of wood. Maybe it's worth sort of chopping one of these sawmills. You know, getting rid of that. Also, we don't have much food left. But that's okay. Right, let's sort out education. We'll build an academy. Yeah, I really don't care about whatever these people have got to say. I'm going to build my city the way that I want to build it. Where is it? Administration. There we go. And... Oh, perfect. Look at that. That works really nicely. And let's get this academy built. Jeez Louise. Okay, so we got a brand new tab. It's the research tab. And we can do... Ooh, look at this. Provide medicine for nobles, bourgeoisie, and workers. Okay, we don't have the innovations tab unlocked. We will, though. We can basically only research either the small warehouse or the pharmacy. I think the small warehouse is probably, definitely, a lot more useful. And so we'll do it. And that's just going to complete round the corner here. Right, actually, it'll start when the, you know, when the workers actually get into work. But you get the picture. You get the picture. We're going to start researching small warehouses. That's going to allow us to increase our maximum storage capacity, which is pretty darn good if I do indeed say so myself. And then we're just going to keep working. Well, we have to keep working on, frankly, we have to keep working on housing. Right. Public building pause. I know. I know. Don't worry about it. I also think that we might be cutting it a little bit low with regards to food. I mean, our total population is It's quite large. I don't actually know what it is. I mean, what's the sum of these? Population 177. There you go. That is very, very large. So we might need to slightly tweak our operation a little bit. That's fine. Okay, we started work on the research. That's great. Very, very happy with that. We'll get that research done pretty darn soon, and then we'll also get a police building up and running as well. We need to get a lot more cottages. We'll start with 2. I don't think we really want any more than that at this moment in time. Go 600 cash. We'll get a couple of bits and bobs disassembled around the place. And we'll continue to drive down homelessness, which is easier said than done. It really, really is. We also can't upgrade homes. At least we can't upgrade homes yet. Don't know if we're ever going to be able to upgrade homes. But it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. Because we only have so much space. This is our town. This is it. This is it. Okay, let's get the Police Act signed. Beautiful. Excellent. And we'll get a corresponding police academy building. We need 600 bucks in order to make that happen. That's okay. That is a-okay with me. Also, might be worth me checking out. Yeah, might be worth me checking out another cabaret. I think I might actually do that right now. Yeah, let's get another cabaret. Let's get another cabaret right over there. What's it called? Ale house? Yeah, we might try and get another ale house right now, too. It's just like a no-brainer. Like, it just turns... It's just a money-making machine. It really is. There we go. Who's fighting? I heard somebody fighting in the streets there. That's fine, though. Okay, we've almost completed our research, which is excellent. We've got... How many workers do we have? We have 7 unemployed workers, which is kind of remarkable because I kind of thought we were workered out, but that's okay. Right, let's get that police department down. We'll stick it down over here. Sure. And we'll see how that works out. It's looking excellent. Maybe some of the people that are in the queue for the cabarets can migrate over to the other cabaret, and the people that are in the queue for the ale houses can migrate over to the other ale houses. We got plenty of alcohol, by the way, which is also a really, really good sign. Let's get another cabaret. I mean, cabarets make a whole bunch of money. It's kind of to be anticipated. Right, the police department is built, and we got a brand new tab. Look at this. Hallelujah. Excellent stuff. Okay, so you can see our crime rate, corruption level, police corruption, efficiency level, total crimes. Goodness gracious me. 93, and we've solved 0 of them. Well, to be fair, we've just got a police department, so I guess that makes sense. We do need to build a prison, though, and we need to sign the corresponding Penal System Act, which I'm totally fine doing. We're just about done this warehouse research, but should be there very, very soon. Right. We have no workers to work in the cabaret. Bit disappointing that, but, I mean, look at how much money we're going to make overnight. I do worry that we might run out of alcohol, actually, because... Yeah, we make about 350 units of alcohol a day. It's not actually that much. Here comes some more grain. Choo-choo. Basically, beer makes me a lot more money than... Well, I say beer. Alcohol in the cabaret makes me a lot more money than... Well, pretty much anywhere, actually. That is just pure profit for me. But I think that we're going to struggle to keep up with our food demand in a little bit. Marble Palace. We need to upgrade the palace in order to get the train station upgraded, and we need the population to be over 250 before we do that. Okay. But we can upgrade the individual tracks, right? You know, maintenance, and we can upgrade. Yeah, we need 300 wood. Well, we'll get 300 wood today. I mean, that's pretty much a... It's pretty much a no-brainer. Yeah, I think it's worth getting an upgrade. I think it really, really is. Not here. It's this way, this way. 300 wood. Not even close yet. That's fine. Because we need grain to keep the people happy. Hey, we just completed our research. We got the small warehouse. Excellent. There's a little tick there. It's very difficult to see, but that's fine. Right, shall we try and work on our warehouse? I know that we're working on an upgrade, but we're just so flippin' wealthy right now. Injured at work, Helen Brown. I didn't see, but yeah, the population definitely increased. Increased by like 25. That's crazy. Sleazy dance. Right, find the offender. You know what? I'm gonna go to good. Yeah, we're gonna go to good on bourgeoisie loyalty again. I'm trying to drive down tax evasion. Is that gonna do it? Tax evasion is now at 40%. Okay, that's gonna be really helpful. It's not great in terms of happiness. That's not great. I presume it's gonna be driving down the efficiency of other places. Potentially, I have no idea. But look, this is good news. This is good news if I get more money through tax. That's excellent. Right. Do we want to do another research? Infrastructure? We could do a pharmacy, right? Income per visitor? What does it cost? You know what? Why not? Why not? I mean, yeah, let's absolutely do that. Okay. Line upgrade. Line upgrade potato. Let's get it upgraded. Beautiful. And maybe again? 450 wood. See, the thing is that we have 2 sawmills, and these 2 sawmills are producing quite a lot of wood. Not to mention the fact that we can continue to destroy a couple of houses. There we go. Get us a whole bunch of extra woods. What did I say we needed? Oh, arrest of the criminal is impossible. There's no prison. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Penal system. Let's get that signed. And let's build a prison. Let's build a prison right now if we can. How big's the road? 3 wide? Yeah, we'll try and squeeze a road down here. Beautiful. And build a road up here as well. Okay. So then, we wait for a couple of houses to be demolished, and then we get 450 wood, and then we try and upgrade this train again, I think. Oh, it's got a 3rd carriage this time. I guess that's kind of what I anticipated. I just didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. I'm sorry. Oh, 1,300 cash. Well, we're a wee bit a ways from that. Arrest of criminal is impossible. No prison. I know. Okay, now we need to sign the Patrols Act, and we need to get police on board. Yeah. Okay, what do we got in prison? Nobody in prison. Prisoner cost per day is 14. Right. I note that we can either give them amnesty, or we can execute them. That's probably going to require future laws to be signed, but that's not bad. Okay, we now have 100 people that are homeless. I mean, it's not possible. It's supposed to be not possible. I get it. It's supposed to be not possible for you to provide, you know, accommodation for everyone. But I do feel like maybe we should start to get a bit more. Oh, look. Are the different types of crosses to represent the different... I guess so. So this is bourgeoisie, noble, and then workers, I guess, over there. Cool. I need high-quality alcohol. I'll pay well. You'll give me food for alcohol. I don't think I actually want to take that deal. I will quite happily pass on that one, amigo. All right, let's burn a little spare change whilst we're at it, and we'll see if we can try and turn a little bit of that excess wood into something useful. Right. We got a couple of people that are sick. The hospital seems to be doing its job, really. It's a lot of sick people in the hospital. That's a heckin' lot of sick people in the hospital. Tax evasion rate is still at 40%. That's excellent. Tax office efficiency is reduced by 4% due to corruption. We'll get there. We'll get the technology to solve corruption at some point soon. It's gonna happen. Mark my words. We'll get there. For now, we just need more laws. Oh, look at this. You see? Not enough alcohol, build more alcohol production. Okay, so here's the thing. We need to introduce a second shift on the alcohol work plant and also on the food factory. We're going to introduce a second shift on both of those right now. So is that going to allow us to produce basically full-time? I think it will, but I didn't check the technology. An additional 8-hour shift in production buildings. Okay, so now that we've... Activates 8-hour second shift. Okay, I don't think that's going to go away. It did cost me 500. We don't have any grain now, which is pretty embarrassing, to be honest. Upgrade supply train. Yeah, I know. In fact, to be honest, we might just do that right now. Okay, we definitely cannot afford another upgrade. You're starting to see where the cracks are gonna start emerging. You know, happiness is relatively high, but all it takes is, you know, like one load of very unhappy people, and suddenly we're in some real trouble. Okay, 26 brand new workers, 26 brand new people that are homeless. Okay, so second shift is a one-time dealio, which means that it was completely wasted last night, but that doesn't particularly matter. Also, I still haven't built any warehouses yet. Let's get some warehouses. We'll wait a little bit because we need to get a little bit more wood from the sawmill. 1, 2, 3, excellent. Just want to leave a little bit of space for some roads to slip down the back here. Right. Are we going to have anywhere near enough grain today? I really do not think that we are. I think we're going to be in trouble. Also, we got the ability to build a pharmacy, right? 120 wood, 360 cash. We should get that. Warehouse modes. Yes, this is an important thing to note. So, warehouse has got 2 modes. Provision type, which I believe is grain, food, and alcohol. Materials are wood, bricks, and steel, but obviously we only have bricks, what am I talking about? We only have wood at this moment in time. Right, let's get the Patrols Act into play. Brilliant. And we'll build a police station. I do want to do some research, but we don't want to do it right now, I don't think. 100 grain. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of some of these box piles, because they got gold in them. Not literal gold, but they got gold. Right, queue up, get your food, and then allow these buildings to get back to work. Yeah, oh my goodness, what the heck is this? It's a hostage situation. 3 bourgeoisie, 3 workers. We don't actually have policemen or a police station. We can build one, funnily enough. What does it cost? 450 gold. I mean... we don't have the money, right? Well, we don't have the money to pay the ransom, and we don't have the ability to send the policeman. Which is pretty frustrating, I guess. I think, to say the least. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, okay, well, people, I guess, are just gonna die. Yep, that happened. A whole bunch of people literally just died. And that decreased loyalty by a fair bit. Right. So, kind of police station. Important. Let's do it. Right. Can we get another bit of research? We've got the pharmacy. We've got the small warehouse. Sawmill level 2. We basically need to unlock level 2 innovations. Canteen. Yeah, I mean, we need 1,800 cash in order to get there. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that relatively easily. Okay. Police station allows us to patrol streets. Excellent. Do we have anyone who's going to jump in there? Is this a noble work? It might very well be noble work, you know? If it's noble work, we're going to have to wait a little bit to get some more people in. But that's fine. Wow, we are out of beer. You know what? Give me a second shift. Give me a second shift at the alcohol factory. Because that is going to generate us cash. And that's cash that we really need. And to be honest, I suspect that it's going to give us more than... You know, pause that. Pause that. These things are both... I guess, inferior to the cabarets. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Not at all. I mean, an upgraded factory would be pretty good. That's probably here somewhere. Upgraded food factory. We need to get down to, you know, level 3 research in order to do that, but that's not the end of the world. Okay. Not enough nobles in the city. It is nobles. Okay, so we need nobles. Need nobles to arrive. Let's see if we can try and... See if we can try and keep everyone reasonably happy. Have we just hit 250 people? We absolutely have. That's pretty nice. Train broke down on line 1. We'll get that repaired right now. That's very, very important. And a revolting bet. Bourgeoisie. Bourgeoisie loyalty will rise. That's what we're all about here. We're all about the people that pay tax. I mean, literally. Literally, that's what we care about. Okay. Unfortunate marriage. Make it a top priority research. Oh, yeah, I should point out, by the way, that now that we've got the police do research into like the case, so they, you know, we can pick up clues to an investigation, which is pretty interesting. There's not enough nobles in the city at the moment, but there will be. Right, deliver grain to customers, and that's going to give us 200 food. I mean, sure. That's pretty much just a straight-up trade, which is nice, because that's the same ratio that we'd be working at in our food factory. So that's fine. What's going on? Fight night. Oh, nice. Bourgeoisie happiness is increased. Excellent. Well, to be honest, happiness across all peoples is excellent. The police station has now got employees, which is excellent. The train is being repaired, which is good. Will we have enough alcohol for the coming evening? I'm not sure that we will. I'm not sure that we will. We have 45 workers that are unemployed. That is noteworthy. We also have the ability to get additional police stations. Do I want to get another food factory? You know, I think I do. I think I do want to get another food factory. Not enough resources. What do we run out of? We'll get another food factory now. Okay, and then what was the law that we were signing in? The Secret Service Act. Okay, that's fine with me. Let's make it happen. And we'll build a Secret Service building at some point soon, right? What do we need? 900 cash and 300 wood. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, queue up for food, everyone. How's everyone's hunger doing? It's not bad. Workers are mostly served. It's just everyone else that I'm really worried about. But the cabarets are bumping. They're going to make me a terrific amount of money this evening. Excellent. Okay, so the hunger is going down. That's open until, what, 11, I think it is? Yeah, open until 11 in the evening. So hunger is not quite there. Also, yeah, food. We're running out of food. That's exactly to be anticipated. And the reason that it's exactly to be anticipated is because the food factory hasn't been open for enough time yet, and also grain. Probably going to need to try and get our second railway line up and running at some point soon. Right, Secret Service, let's get that built. That takes us entirely out of wood. About 50 people that are still hungry. 120 people are still sleeping under the stars. That's quite interesting. Right, let's have a little look, by the way, at the security tab. We can look at the Secret Service tab. Select a person on the map and assassinate. Goodness gracious me, we can kidnap people. That's also interesting. And we can raid radicals as well. We haven't discovered any gangs yet, but no doubt that we absolutely will. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, we're out of beer again. Sorry everybody. Sorry. I know, it's not what you want to hear. It's not what you want to hear. Train station efficiency. Wow, corruption is really destroying it. Well, at least we'll get away with a little bit of cash. That's nice at least. Sorry everyone, your night's gonna end early. You have to go back to your campfires slightly prematurely. Okay. Right, next, we're going to get a production facility, another alcohol plants. Very critical that we get that set up. Going to build that. Do we still have enough workers to sustain that level of output? We do. Brilliant. Hopefully it's going to be built for the morning so that we can work full pelts. We can store a maximum of 1,000 grain. This is equipped all on provision. Yeah. Oh, is this new people? Oh, they didn't even come by train. They just literally, they walked in. Well, that's cool. We got places for you to go. Bourgeoisie tax evasion, minus 10%. Hey! Excellent. That's exactly what I'm going for. That, funnily enough, is literally what I want to happen. Wow. I love it when a good plan comes together. Okay. We need more nobles. We do need more nobles in order to work in the Secret Service. We're not going to do much, not going to do much secret stuff, are we? No. Not for a while. But that's okay. We can't yet feed our workers. I know we can't feed our workers. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I actually think today's going to be a really, really good day, though. I think today's going to be a fantastic day. Day 10. That's what it's all about. Right, the Royal Palace, we need to research a brickyard. Well, let's go and take a little look at it. Brickyard is here. We need to get 1,800 in order to get it. Okay, fine. Fine. We can make that happen. Right, is there any building that we haven't built yet? Yes, there is. The pharmacy. We haven't built the pharmacy yet. Built that. We can build more police stations, and we will build more police stations. But let's also check out the pharmacy. Is there anything else on the research tech tree that we haven't looked at? Pharmacy, small warehouse. No. Guess that's it in terms of buildings, right? We built all the buildings, built graveyards. Yeah, I guess we just need 360 bucks, and then we'll make one of those. Also, I think I might be capped at production buildings. I have no idea why that could possibly be a cap there, but that's okay, I guess. We're just gonna have to learn to live with that. Right, cash flow, again, is a bit yikesy, but if we have a little look at the resources tab, look at that. Tax evasion is at an all-time low, which is what you love to see. Right, the cabaret is going to bring in some Omega money. There are a lot of people that are hungry. And I think it's probably time that we look at getting a brand new peg house. And we look at getting a brand new bistro. We'll do both of those things this evening. We'll get both of those operational. People fancy a little bit of extra food. We can sort that. How's the hospital looking? Is it busy? It's very, very busy. Do we need another one? I would rather avoid it. Also, what the heck is this? Is this a hostage situation? Let's send in the policemen. We cannot pay the ransom. 7 bandits, and the hostages are 6 workers. Well, you know what? This is time for our first, it's time for our first shootout. Spoilers. Right, research brickyard. Oh, yes, we need to research that. 1,800 bucks. Well, this evening, we're going to make a whole heck of a lot of money. That's for sure. Okay. Police are standing outside. They're just chilling. They're just chilling. Choose some police action. What can we do? Right, we can assault, we can pay the ransom, we can call reinforcements, but we can't call the reinforcements because there is nothing else. The police are waiting in line for some food. Okay. And then everyone's going to pop outside. They're going to get their batons out, and then they're going to start, hopefully, beating the bandits. How could such an egregious event happen in my town? Okay, we're going to absolutely annihilate these nerds here. This is great. Wonderful. Boosh. Boosh. Yeah. Police assault was successful. Bandits arrested. 2 hostages were killed. 4 hostages were saved. Well, you know what? I mean, you win some, you lose some. That was okay. Right, let's get level 2 research. We got more than enough cash for it. We still have another couple of hours of cabaret performances, and we just about managed to get enough beer produced throughout the day in order to sustain our entertainment venues in the evening, but that's fine. There's been a mass poisoning emergency. Intoxicated visitors. Wow, a lot. I don't know if there are enough beds in the hospital, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. There's no outbreak of disease yet, but that is not good. I guess we're just gonna have to leave it there. Urgently need grain. You'll give us 400 wood. I'm afraid that's a big old no for me. I can generate as much wood as I want, but grain is something that I have a very limited amount of. Okay. Bourgeoisie loyalty is now very good, which means tax evasion is at 30%, which is exactly where we would expect it to be, because it was better than it should have been. But there you go. Anyway, right, let's get everyone off to work. Everyone working in the factories, please go diligently and quickly to your place of employment, because we need a lot of food. Also, there's a lot of homeless people. I know this. I know this. I'm acutely aware of it. It's not something that I'm happy about. Train line 1 is broken. We need to get that repaired. On the double. Very, very important. Pure water. 1,000 gold. That's fine. You know what? We can let the workers' loyalty suffer a little bit. That's not worrying at all. Are we out of grain? Are we seriously out of grain? Oh, it's because the train. I forgot about it. Sorry, the train. Yep, the train is broken. That's fine. Right, can we sign any additional laws? Anti-corruption operation. That's going to come up for sure. Raids on radicals. Innovations. Market trade. Unlocks the marketplace. Market earns different resources every day at the end of the working shift. Sure. We'll get that. I don't know if that's necessarily going to come up in the campaign sort of story mode, but I guess there's no reason not to. Corruption is growing in administrative buildings. Higher corruption reduces the building's efficiency. Reduce the building's corruption. Police department must carry an anti-corruption operation. Yes, and in order to get an anti-corruption operation, we need to get ourselves an anti-corruption department. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of hungry people this evening. We're going to have a lot of hungry people. A lot of hungry people. Research into the brickyard is... it's fine. I mean, what's costing me a lot of money? Secret Service, no. Prison costs quite a lot of money. Hospital costs quite a bit of money. I mean, we can't run any of these services at the moment anyway. I mean, the cabarets will alleviate some of that. Obviously, we've got, you know, continual income through tax, which is quite good. I did have the ability to build a market now, if I'm not mistaken. Trading. Yeah, that's it. 600 cash. Might be worth us getting that down just to sort of see how it works. But also, I mean, I'm not going to really... okay, there's the grain. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That was good to happen there. I'm going to get the market down just as something to do, I guess. Produce different resources at the end of the work shift. So what does it get? It just brings us in random resources? That's pretty decent. Everyone seems... I was going to say everyone seems pretty darn happy, but food has really destroyed people's happiness, or lack of food has really destroyed people's happiness. Right. Lot of grain coming in right now. Very important that we use all of our money that we have saved up today, which I've purposefully tried to not spend much money. See what we're trading. Oh, we're just gonna straight up just get free wood. Is that it? It's pretty decent. Okay, what do we got? Mayor is an honest man. He has our support. Wood production plus 20%. Okay, fine. The Walking Dead. Workers' crime. Make it a top priority. Make it top priority research. Okay, so food and beer production, please. That is what we need. That is all that we need. Okay. Right. Sign Innovation Act. Oh. Uh-oh. It's time. It's time. Wet flu. Several city residents are diagnosed with wet flu. This dangerous infection can be transmitted to other people. Wet flu vaccine must be researched to cure it. Yeah, so we need to sign the Innovation Act, which is what I knew would happen. Also, there's high corruption here. Yikes. Because I wanted to sign the Corruption Act. There's also high corruption in the train station. That's lowering its efficiency as well. Also, have we seriously used up all of the grain? What did we turn it into? Produced today 980 food? What? That's nonsense. Well, we haven't got... What? Okay, sign the Innovation Act. We can try and develop this this vaccine. Okay. Produced today. I mean, really? 950 meals? I do not believe that. Is that bugged? It seemed like my grain went down. Oh, some escaped prisoners. It seemed that my grain went down very, very rapidly. Let's also, like, pause both of these sawmills. We don't need them. Okay, fundamental research we got done. Innovation research, we can now do improved sawmill. Optical microscope, or we can get the wet flu vaccine, which is 1,500 cash. Well, let me tell you, that's not going to happen at any rate today. We are going to have some real trouble. I mean, we cannot feed our people. We cannot feed our people right now. Research the brickyard. Can't build the brickyard. Okay, I think we... Okay, what we're going to have to do, I think we're going to have to increase the tax rate, like, dramatically. And that's going to have to generate us basically a whole bunch of money in order for us to buy... In order for us to buy some more stuff. Okay. We need to research this brickyard. Here's what we need to do. I don't even want to research the brickyard, to be honest. I just want to upgrade the railroad. 2,000 bucks. And 650 wood. Ooh. I mean, we're not going to be able to get that unless we get one of these sawmills enabled. We can turn it back on, I suppose. Okay. Right. This is a problem. Happiness is really going. Like, it's really going. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to pause the alcohol plants. Produce today. I mean, that's just not... That's not right, though. You haven't produced that much. Okay, anyway. Right. Okay, good. Can we get... back into full-time speed? Yeah, I know. Happiness is deteriorating rapidly. I'd like to sell you surplus food. Deliver gold to the customer? Yes, absolutely. I'll take that. That's a great deal. That's a really, really, really easy deal. 150 food for 600 cash? I say it's a great deal. It's a great deal given the circumstances. Intoxicated people, that's fine. This is what I was really, really worried about. We got a protest. We won't tolerate this anymore. What's the issue? 36 nobles must be served in the bistro in 32 hours. Yes, I will do that. I will make that happen. Let's do that right now. Okay, we got 1 day. We got to provide nutrition. So let's turn these to nobles. And then this is going to be left to the bourgeoisie. There we go. So this is a very, very targeted operation here. Right, somebody made away with something. Please tell me it wasn't grain. Ugh. That's really, really irritating. Right. How's my loyalty overall? Still very good. Very, very good from the people that are paying taxes, which is exactly what we care about. That's good. Okay. So, the food facilities are going to work on the food situation. We're going to... This just seems like it's maybe not working. Unpause. Try again. I don't know what the issue is here. Maybe it's bugged a little bit. Oh my god, more grain. That's all my grain. That is literally all my grain. 650 wood. I wanted to get the sawmills up and running for a reason. Maintenance. Upgrades. There we go. Okay, that just about wiped me out. Now we don't have any grain. Now we don't have any coins. Oh, no. It's all falling to bits. The train is broken. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? On the day that I needed the grain to go well. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that we're not going to have enough food to feed our nobles. Or anyone else, for that matter. Not like it particularly matters. I mean, is there anything that we can turn off? I mean, there are absolutely things that we can turn off. Pause that building. Pause the prison. Just let everyone out. It's fine. The police department ain't doing nothing anyway. Academy. Pause the academy. Pause the hospital. There we go. Just we need to save cash. We need to save cash. Not like it really makes a darn bit difference, but there you go. Right. Can we repair this train, please? We need to do a second shift. We need to do a second shift over here. We need to get more wood. 166 wood in order to get this up and running. I think we might just have about 166 wood by the time this second shift is done. But happiness is in a very, very bad place. And I get it, you know? I absolutely get it. Because, I mean, we have not fed people. We have not fed people. We are charging them an egregious amount of tax. I mean, gold per hour is very, very good. But we need grain. We need grain. We can spend, per shift, 480 grain. And we're not even coming close to that. Okay, we need to really get a second line. Okay, let's go. Today is the day. Provide nutrition for nobles. We got 9 hours to do that. We can manage. We can manage. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hope that nobody steals grain. We got some protests. Okay. Send the policeman. Okay, we'll disperse the crowd with the policeman. That's fine. Got another protest. Everyone is after beer. Uh-oh. That's not super hot. That's not super hot. Oh, but there's a dance party going on. That's nice. Right, what are the policemen going to do? Disperse the crowd. Yes. I have no idea if the few policemen that we have is going to be enough to disperse the crowd, but... Okay, these guys are not going to chill. I think they're going to go and do something crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to flood into the public square, and they're going to start going crazy. Did they not realize? Did they not realize that without me they are nothing? Okay, the grain has arrived. Brilliant. All right, we can repair, and we will repair. We will build back. We will build back stronger. Oh, look. Okay. Turns out the mob is not stopping. They might destroy the building, actually. No, they didn't. They didn't have the ability to follow through on it. It's fine. Wet flu vaccine. You know what? There's no reason not to reopen this. There we go. Okay. We have food now. We have food now. We're in a much better place for food. We're gonna be okay. We got another grain train arriving very, very shortly indeed, and that's gonna keep us going. Oh boy. Okay. God, I can't believe that we failed the nobility task. That's very, very unfortunate. High corruption. Yeah, I mean, I would love to repair the palace. Oh yeah, I need to repair the palace. That's a good point. 2,800 bucks. Really? You think that's fun? Okay, let's get okay, do that and then repair the palace. 2,800 bucks. That's okay. Right, unfortunately, we still can't do the wet flu vaccine. We still don't have enough wood for it. But we are going to turn yet more... We're going to turn yet more grain into food, which is going to do the exact thing that we want it to do, and that's going to return happiness to I would say like a reasonable level. There are people that are still very, very unhappy with me. But I think that we've just about managed that situation appropriately. Okay. Deliver wood to the customer. Yep, I'll take that. There we go. Grain for wood. That's pretty darn good. Okay. Right. I have no idea if that's going to allow us to stabilize. It feels like we're still in a bit of a precarious position. But there we are. What do we got here? Did I need to do research flu vaccine? Oh, yeah. I can do that now. Just kidding. No, I can't. I need more wood. What about an upgrade to the train? 900 wood, 300 bricks. Okay, so it's not even possible for us to get the next level, even if we wanted to. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, 480. 480, you remember, 480 grain per factory. Very, very doable. Workers' loyalty will fall. Who's lower on loyalty? We can let workers' loyalty fall. That's fine. What's this? Make top priority. I mean, pretty scatterbrained approach to investigations, but that's fine. Are we okay in terms of graveyards? I feel like we probably need more graveyards, but that's okay. Can we get this wet flu vaccine done today, please? That would be great if we could. Right, food. We have sorted, definitively sorted food. Oh boy, that's great. Okay, in fact, I feel so confident that we're gonna turn on one of the alcohol facilities. There we go, and actually try and get a little bit of alcohol. It's not much, but it's something. Happiness is gonna creep back up there, and we're gonna turn the cabarets on, and everyone's gonna be, you know, singing and dancing, and it's all gonna be great, and everyone's gonna be happy. Great. Can we get a brickyard instead? We can get a brickyard instead. I care more about getting this wet flu vaccine. Let's do that. Then we'll get a brickyard with the additional cash. Can we also maybe, yeah, just crank this down a little bit? Happiness per hour on the bourgeoisie doesn't need to be as low as it is. Yeah, we've kind of stabilized a little bit. The problem is growth. Really, sincerely, the problem is growth. Factory equipment wears out over time. High deterioration causes production efficiency and increases trauma chance of its employees. Factories must be repaired regularly. Okay. Well, I don't know which factory we need to repair, but we will at some point. It's fine. Okay. Right. This is good. This is very, very good. Let's enable bourgeoisie. Enable nobles. Right. So everyone can eat everywhere. That's great. Okay. We're probably going to need, like, additional facilities. Additional peg house over here. Additional bistro over here. Police department sabotage. I don't think the police department was actually turned on. It wasn't. So 0 minus 20%. Are the police going to start going backwards? Might happen. Might happen. You never know. Okay, anyway. Now it's just a case of distributing the food, and I actually think that we're going to be able to do that fairly effectively, which is quite nice. That's good. We're also going to get another... Quite quickly, actually. We're going to get another graveyard. He says. But we need more wood in order to make that happen. So we're not going to be able to do that today. But that's fine. Not necessarily a problem. Researching a brickyard. We are wood away from that as well. More grain. Excellent. You know what? I think we're fine. I think we're fine as things are. Okay, the bourgeoisie happiness is very, very low. The reason that it is very, very low... Have you stolen grain? Of course you have. The reason that it's very, very low is because we've been taxing them to the high hilt recently. We should probably lay off that a little bit. But I do need money. I do need money for a whole bunch of things all the time. So let's maybe keep that around. Alternatively, why don't we maybe resume some of these functions? There we go. There we go. Turn them all back on. It's going to cause a massive drain on our economy. But again, there's not much that we can really do about that. Where's my food going? My food's just disappearing. I'm like just not calculating where it's going, like, clearly. Like, it's disappearing. Is it disappearing into, like, the prison? I can't even find out. Ooh, look at this. Sure, you don't give prisoners amnesty. Seriously, like, where the heck is the food gone? Like, I had a whole bunch of grain, and it just now completely disappeared. I feel like I'm missing something. Anyway, let's get this. We're working on this wet flu vaccine at the moment, are we? Oh, blast. I was working on it. Oh, I paused the academy. Ugh, idiot. Right, what's going on here? White lions exposed. Send the policeman. Yeah, let's go. Let's go and expose them. Police station isn't actually paused at the moment, which is kind of nice. But why did my grain just disappear? Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Okay. 287, it teleports in. Excellent. Right, so the food is now being produced. It should be all stock. In fact, no, I tell you what, it's not stockpiled now because we don't... yeah, it's not being stockpiled now because it's being distributed here. Okay, that's fine. As long as that's happening, that's okay. But I'm sure that it started to disappear before it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But maybe I'm wrong. Right, the police didn't catch their chump, but that's okay. That's very okay. It's fine by my books. Not enough nobles in the city, apparently. That's a bit disappointing. I mean, things are very, very chaotic right now. Things are very, very chaotic. What's gone wrong? What's gone wrong? Well, it's literally the fact that we have got 277 people in our factory. The good news is, though, is that we did actually just accomplish the... God, it's broken again. We accomplished the wet flu vaccine, which is... Maybe that was what was going wrong. We did have a lot of people dying, so... Yeah. Solving the whole wet flu situation, yeah, that might be the problem. How many corpses do we have? We got a lot of corpses, and a single graveyard is only enough for 50 people. Okay, let's do that. Let's do some research when we're done tomorrow. Okay. Good. Okay, today is the first day of the rest of your life, right? Let's think positively. Well, I say it's first day of the rest of your life, but not for the 96 people that are currently just lying on the streets dead. But what can you do? Okay, the train better be arriving soon. Uh-oh. Don't rise up. Don't rise up. We don't have beer. I'm really sorry. We only have 3 policemen. Well, we can try and stop them, but I don't think that we're going to be able to stop them. Man, oh man, hard mode. Who'd have thunk, eh? Who'd have thunk? Hard mode is hard. Oh, the workers, of course, they're not producing enough wood. Shoot to kill. Sure, shoot to kill. Right. Yeah, that didn't really work as I anticipated. The workers did kind of get really, really mad. They're probably going to do a pretty significant amount of damage to the... Yeah. To the whole setup. That's kind of to be anticipated. What did you think was going to happen? Potato? We still haven't done the corruption. We still don't have enough wood in order to get the brickyard. I mean, even if we do... I mean, to upgrade the palace, we gotta do a heckin' lot of work. We gotta do a heckin' lot of work. Cheap workforce. Give me worker loyalty. Sure. It's in a pretty bad place. Everything's in a pretty bad place, to be honest. But it's not terrible. Anyway, folks, this is like the first bit of this game. Let me know if you want to see more of this, because I'm very, very interested actually in playing into the late game. As crazy as it looks bad at the moment, it is actually very, very cool. Hard mode, though, is hard. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. Mine, of course, has been Open Potato. This has been Kapital Sparks of Revolution. I hope you have enjoyed the video. As ever, if you want to help make videos like this possible, check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/potato. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.